Hi everyone, welcome to my channel named UPSC. Here I will be sharing my current affairs insights with you from Vision Monthly Magazine on subjects like polity, environment, and provide my notes. You can download from the link in the description. It's completely prelims oriented and related topics around the issue. If you need other topics, please let me know in the comments. The exercise here we are going to do is study the current affairs topic, see why it's in news and linkages. This channel will take care of your current affairs holistically, so subscribe to stay updated. Let's start the topic. Hi everyone. So yeah, we are gonna study current affair topics from Vision Magazine of October 2025, Polity section only. Okay. So yeah, we are gonna study the topics based on a certain framework. The framework consists of static polity syllabus linkage, as you have been seen that the questions in prelims are asked based on the current affair topics, but the static question. So we should need to know the linkages, and we will study core concepts behind them, and the prelims pointers and PYQ linkages. Okay, so this is what we will be doing in this videos, especially polity section. Okay, and yeah, whatever I will teach here, I will be making a separate document of that you can download from the given link in the description. Okay, after watching the video you can go through those notes might seem a bit bulky, but trust me, it contains holistic coverage of the current affair topics related to them and what can UPSC ask in the prelims and all. Okay, let's start. So the first topic is prison reforms. So why was it in news? Because recently National Crime Records Bureau has released Prison Statistics India report. Okay, so what is the need? You can see there are high under trials, there is a overcrowding, staff vacancy, poor staff training, inadequate women facilities, weak rehabilitation effects. Right. So what is the linkage with the static syllabus? So we can see that a prison or person detained in are in state subject, that is entry 4 schedule 7. Okay, so yeah, so with respect to FRs, that is article 21, article 14, that is right to life, sorry, article 21, that is right to life, article 14, that is the right to education, and DPSPs we can see article 39, that is equal justice and free legal aid. Okay, so the concept here is a federalism. Okay, federalism here we related to prelims comes in schedule 7, that is entry 4. Okay, that's a state list. So here are two keywords you need to know, that is under trials. Okay, what is under trial? Those awaiting trial by verdict. And what is detainees? Detainees held under preventive detection law, that is article 22. Okay, so what are the PYQ linkages to this topic, that is parole and furlough? I think in UPSC 2021 we got a question on parole. Okay, so yeah, first we will see what is parole and furlough. What is parole? It's a conditional bail, or it's not actually bail, it's a conditional thing where you will, okay, it's a conditional thing provided to a prisoner to go out of the prison. Okay, it will be provided in emergency situation, for example marriage or any that occurred in their family, etc., like that. But furlough is a leave for a prison, that you will give a break for him to go out and to break the monotony in the prison. Okay, the parole is not a right, but furlough is a conditional right. Conditional right means it's not absolute. Okay, executive can intervene at any time and cancel it. And this qualified right is in with respect to human rights. Okay, yeah, and one more thing, prison police are under state list. Okay, and criminal law is under concurrent list. So by this you can notice that whatever law made on prison police by the center is not obligated to be, I mean, like followed by the state. Okay, it is just like an advisory in nature. Okay, it's not implied that state is has to follow that. I mean, it's not binding on the state, right? So that's the core thing here. And you have a concept here called open prison. Open prison means you are keeping the inmates, okay, not in lockup, not in regular lockups. It's kind of open where uh, the there is minimal supervision, okay, and perimeter security. They are not locked, and it is followed in Rajasthan. Okay, I think that's it about this topic. You can study, go through it, like e-prison project and faster, what that faster means. So the main things are this. And we are not doing main relevant things, so yeah, way forward recommendations, you can just go through this. Next is NCRB. What do you mean by NCRB? National Crime Records Bureau. Okay, it publishes an annual crime in India report, that is 2023. So the key highlights you can go through the magazine, and I have given in the document also. So its origin was at 1986 London Committee. You can see it in the document. Okay. So what is NCRB? NCRB is not a constitutional body. CB means constitutional body, nor a statutory body. It is an attached office to MHA. Okay. So what are the fundamental rights related to this? Are Article 15, 17, 23 and 24. So I'm not going to explain what are Article 15, 17, 23, 24. You need to know them. And DPSPs. DPSPs, that is Article 46, SC/ST reforms. Okay. So here are some keywords which you need to know that are cognizable and non-cognizable offense. What are cognizable offense? Cognizable offense is nothing but something serious where you don't need any warrant or you don't need any court order to arrest you. Okay, like crimes like rape, murder, dowry. Okay, for that you will be arrested directly without any warrant or court orders. Next is a non-cognizable offenses, which are relatively not that heinous. Okay, where the policeman cannot arrest you without a warrant or a court order. Okay, it requires a warrant and magistrate order. Okay. mm, yeah. And SIL is nothing but special. SLL is nothing but SLL is nothing but special and local laws. Special and local laws like specific acts like UAPA, POXO and NDPS. Okay, so that's it about NCRB. Next, we will see about ADSI report. Okay, next topic is accidental deaths and suicides in India 2023 report. This is also released by National Crime Records Bureau. Sorry. Okay, National Crime Records Bureau and published. Okay, so yeah, you can see the highlights like increase in suicides, rate of suicides. Okay, states with higher percentage. So these are all the report insights. You can just go through them. But what is the static linkages and what we should know is that so it is released by NCRB. Okay, then 2023. So here we have connection with FR, that is Article 21, right to life. You have been studied about euthanasia, that is passive and active euthanasia. You should know the difference between them. I'm not going to explain that detailedly. So yeah, there is a concept here like when there was IPC, so the suicide was punishable offense under IPC 309, section 309. Suicide was punishable offense, but now under BNS, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, which is in effect right now, where it has been decriminalized. Okay, and it's based on right to die, which comes under Article 21. Then what is there in BNS 2023 is that we have omitted this section. Okay, but we have section 226 where attempting to suicide with the intent to compel or restrain a public servant from discharging their duty is an offense. Okay, इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर कोई पब्लिक सर्वेंट काम करना चाहता है और कोई और उसके काम में अड़चन डालता है बाय मेकिंग हिमसेल्फ और giving blackmailing him like I will suicide or he will suicide based on that, that's a punishable offense under BNS 2023. Okay, so that's it, that's the whole thing here. And other things you can see there is a report insights, so you can go through that. Okay, next topic we have IT amendment rules 2025. Why was it in news? Because electronics and information technology ministry has amended the IT rules of 2021. Sorry, rules of 2021. Okay, so what is the things we will see? So yeah, so the core objective is to club synthetically generated information. Okay, what is synthetically generated information? The information generated through AI or some specific softwares, for example deepfakes. Okay, uh, and it has made stricter provisions. Okay, so what is the linkages with static syllabus is that FR, that is 19 clause 1 clause A, right, and 19 clause 2, that is public decency and order. 19 clause 1A is free speech. Okay, it's related to that. Earlier IT Act of 2000 had section 79. What is it? Section 79 is that it gives a safe harbor. Means it's like a shield for the intermediaries like social platforms like YouTube, X, Google. Okay, they were not liable for third party content uploaded by their users, but now they are made liable. Okay, before that they were not liable, and that liability was based on the condition. Okay, what does the amendment do here is that if like if it fails to identify any of the deep fakes, okay, they lose section 79 and they are liable. Okay, so that's the amendment. And it has set some rules like the 10% rule. For example, if any third party is uploading a content like a video content, so which is generated, which is an SGI, synthetically generated image or content something, then you should put the watermark or the label on the video which should be 10% of its surface area. And if it's an audio, there should be a disclaimer, and it must run for initial of 10% of runtime. Okay. um, okay, we have known about SGI. Then okay, it has given a condition for an SSMI. Who is SSMI? SSMI is a significant social media intermediary like Google, YouTube. Okay, so how we are gonna define this SSMI? If the registered users are more than 50 lakh, greater than 50 lakh, that is a threshold in India to designate it as an SSMI. Okay, this I have written here. And so earlier, what was the thing is that in the IT rules, if you want to take down a particular content from the SSMIs, then an officer level can send a notice, okay, or give a notice to take down the content. But now, new rule, under new rule, every unlawful content, to take down the unlawful content, the notice should come from the rank of officer from the rank of JS, that is Joint Secretary, State or Central, or DIG. Okay, not below their rank. Nobody can give you the notice, but the rank above JS and DIG, they can give the notice to take down the content. Okay, so basically, this is what has been explained in the magazine. And yeah, that's it. You can go through the notes what I have pinned in the description to get a holistic idea. And yeah, and the other things, you can go through the magazines. I mean, like, most of the things are mains oriented. The next topic is regulation of India's pharmaceutical sector. Okay, so why was it in news? Because the WHO has voiced deep concern over gaps in India's drug safety regulations. That is, deaths of at least 20 children from contaminated cough syrups. Okay, so yeah, what is the, like, linkages with the static portion? That is concurrent list entry 19, drugs and poisons. Okay, so both central and state can make law. Okay, and CDSCO, that is Central Drug Standard Control Organization, and NPPA, that is National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. What does CDSCO do? Okay, it will it is headed by actually DCGI, that is Director General of Health Service. Okay, and then what it actually does, what's its role? It approves new drugs, regulate clinical trials, and controls import, set standards. It's basically like setting the rules. Okay, and what does SDA do? It's a state drug authority. It issues license for manufacturing and sale, and it facilitates inspection. And the loophole here is that the manufacturer actually takes license from the state drug authority, and they can manufacture anything. It's not, I mean, like, they pay, and most of the officers are corrupt and they don't follow the rules and regulations. So it's a loophole kind of thing for them. Okay, and in India we don't have recall of a bad batch, unlike in US and EU. Okay, so that's the point here. And yeah, CDSCO is under Ministry of Health, and NPPA is under Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers. Okay, and what does NPPA do? It enforces the provisions of the Drug Price Control Order. And what is GMP? GMP means Good Manufacturing Practices. That is Schedule M of the drugs, kind of a schedule drugs where you need to follow these practices, which aligns with World Health Organizations. Okay, and yeah, you can see the challenges and other things in the magazine topics. Okay, so this is the main thing you need to study. And one more thing, diethyl glycol. Okay, what does it do is that it's a industrial solvent which is cheap, and it's a antifreeze which is used in cough syrup. Okay, it is toxic, but it is cheap. It is used as a substitute for glycerin, which is very bad health. That's why so many deaths are happening based on that. So yeah, this is it with this topic for prelims. And I have given more, I mean, like, in the notes, you can go through it. So next topic is tribal governance. Okay, why was it in news? Is that like, special Gram Sabha held across 1 lakh tribal dominated villages. Okay, that is in accordance with Tribal Village Vision 2020 as a part of Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan. Okay, so what is Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan? It's a massive grassroots leadership initiative across 1 lakh tribal villages. Okay, क्या है उसमें? it involves adopting the tribal village vision, okay, and establishing Adi Seva Kendras. What are Adi Seva Kendras? Those are single window service center to promote self-governance and decentralized planning. So static से क्या linkages है? What are the static linkages with that? That is Article 244, administration of scheduled and tribal areas. And scheduled areas comes under 5th and tribal areas comes under 6th schedule. So if we see in point of local government, that is PISA Act 1996, extension of panchayat to scheduled areas. And we have rights, that is Forest Right Act 2006, which is we will study in environment. What is the concept here? We should know the difference between 5th and 6th schedule. That is very important. The 5th schedule is applicable, is applied right now in 10 states, and 6th schedule is in 4 states, that is Assam, Mizoram, Tripura, and Meghalaya, not Manipur. Okay, Meghalaya. So who declares scheduled areas? President declares, okay, scheduled areas. And the tribal areas consist of autonomous district, and the scheduled areas consist of tribal advisory council, whereas the 6 scheduled areas consist of autonomous district council, which are judicial and legislative powers. Okay, and these powers and boundaries can be rearranged by governor. Governor has a power here. Okay, so this is the main thing you need to know about. And the other thing is related to mains. I mean, mainly you can go through this once, but for prelims I think this is the thing you need to know, and I have given in notes also. You can go through it, you will get an idea. And next topic is promotion and regulation of online gaming rules 2025. So yeah, why was it in news? Because recently Minister of Electronics and IT has banned the money games like fantasy games like Dream 11, Rummy and all. So initially they were legal, now they are illegal. So yeah, we will study about this. First we will see what is the static linkage. Okay, so it's with schedule 7 again. So it with entry 34, that is list 2, state list, betting and gambling. Okay, and entry 31, list 1, union list, that is post and telegraph, telephones, internet, etc. You might be wondering why is this linked with this news? Because the whatever the amendment or whatever the act which has been enacted by central to ban these apps are based on this list. Okay, so they are not banning the games based on the fundamental rights, because they can't make the law against FRs, right? It will be violating our constitution. So they have been banned based on the internet and customer protection. Okay, so FR linkage is article 19.1 clause 1G, right to practice any professions, versus article 19 clause 6, reasonable restrictions. Okay, so the act the act has established online gaming authority of India. Okay, so what is OGAI? It's an online gaming authority of India created under 2025 act. It's a statutory body because it's been created under an act. So what we should know is that here is a game of skill and game of chance. So what is game of skill? Game of skill is where you will, so game of skill is where you will use your skill. Okay, and game of chance is like gambling. It is illegal in most states. So game of skill earlier was protected under article 19 clause 1G. Okay, that is right to practice any professions, like example like rummy, fantasy sports, but it has been abolished in 2025 rules. Okay, that I told based on the regulation of internet and consumer protection. So basically there are three categories of sports, that is esports, basically video games, another online social games where you need not deposit any money or you don't get any money after winning, which is permitted and legal. Another one is online money games like fantasy sports involving depositing money and getting money. Okay, so yeah, now let's see the composition of OGAI. It's a statutory body, consists of a chairperson, 5 members, mostly from government ministries, not a self-regulating body. Okay, it's not a regulatory body. And we have grievance redressal mechanism also. That prior one is providers mechanization, another one is a GAC, that is grievance redressal committee, and tier 3 is OGAI. So another thing we need to know about this is taxation angle. Regulation is done by METI, okay, that is Ministry of Electronics and IT, and taxation is under GST Council. Okay, this is the main trap you can fall into. You should look on this. And what else? Yeah, that's it. Another thing, any games which had to be launched in India, both social games and esports, must register with OGI and seek valid certification of registration. Okay, so yeah, that's it about this topic. Next is postal ballot. So yeah, so according to ECI notification recently, the voting should be declared completed, or counting shall be taken up only after complete counting of postal ballot. Okay, So we will see what is postal ballot and what are the linkages with static. So linkages with static is RPA 1951, that is Representation of People Act 1951, section 60, special provision for voting by certain classes. Okay, and what uh, rule governs the counting of postal ballot, that is conduct of election rules 1961. Rule 54A governs the counting of postal ballots. Okay, and voting is a constitutional right under article 326, that is adult suffrage. Okay, so the concept here is ETPBS, that is electronically transmitted postal ballot system. What is ETPBS? So actually we will send a ballot paper through email. The voter will download it and mark it and send through post. Okay, that is electronically transmitted postal ballot system. Who can avail it? Service voters. And who are service voters? The voters who are uh, government servants who are posted in various geographical regions. Okay, like armed forces, paramilitary, government servants like IFS, foreign service officer. Okay, they are called service voters. Okay, and yeah, they can avail this facility known as postal ballot. Okay, and another thing is standard postal ballot, means physical ballot papers are sent to absentee voters and they can bar election staff and they can vote based on this. Okay, that is the thing. Mm, and next, okay, next point is, can under trials or the convicts vote in an election? No, they cannot vote. How? Because in Representation of People Act 1951, section 62, clause 5 says that they cannot vote. And yeah, counting, first postal ballots are counted and then the regular votes are counted. So yeah, one more thing. So the people under preventive detention law, can they vote? Yes, they can vote and eligible for postal ballot. Preventive detention is under Article 22. So I think this is it. So I have only covered prelims oriented content here. So yeah, I've skipped some things which are mains oriented. After watching this video, you can refer my document and you will get an holistic idea. If there is any mistake or if you want anything else, you can give me feedback by commenting in the comment section. And yeah, that's it. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.